I'm not saying I plan all of my builds by what can be seen from Binary's porch, but it definitely helps. Today we're going to have a bit of a change from building floating things in the sky. What we're going to do is build a tower on top of this mountain right here. It's just going to be behind our starter storage, but it's going to go way up in the air from here, so we're definitely going to see it from miles around. But before we get on with that, a few things to talk about. Been very busy between episodes as always, so let's have a quick look at what I've been doing. I started with everyone's favourite job of mining out a ton of obsidian. I needed to clear this area out a little bit anyway, but it's also going to come in very handy for crafting up some ender chests and also for setting up some portals when we start going a bit further away. After that, Amradon came over to do a little bit of trading and he was after a stack of blaze rods. So I helped him out with that and he threw a ton of enchanted books at me, which are going to come in very handy. Then it was back into the nether and I continued clearing out the warp forest with my new diamond hoe. I did get a few ender pearls, so it was going quite well. But as I wasn't wearing gold armour, I got into a bit of trouble because a piglin attacked me. And that would have been absolutely fine, but I'd already aggroed 5 endermen, so it got a bit nasty, and unfortunately I died. But I did get all my stuff back, so no worries there. I then did a little bit more in the warp forest, but then I decided to explore the nether fortress. I did kill a few wither skeletons, but unfortunately still no skulls. After that, back to the overworld, and I cleared a path to the coast from the other side of my base. I don't know why I did that, I just did. And then just next to there, I cleared out a few more spruce trees and I set up most of my tree farms here as well. Apart from oak and birch. I did these underground so I could carry on trying to get some bees, and I didn't want them disappearing like they have been so far, so I put them in a room underground and hopefully this will go much better. Next job was lighting up the caves. I've done a lot more of that just so we can hopefully get a few more spawns in the slime farm, and then finally it was just a little bit of mining. Okay, so mining session over and that went pretty good. I did just short of an hour, and this is what we got from it. I used some of the coal to make torches, so that's not all of it, but the great news here is we got 30 diamonds, so that's not bad for the amount of time I spent, and plenty of redstone, a little bit of iron, and a few emeralds as well, because we are in a mountain biome here, and that's why I've got the silverfish's head. Keep seeing loads of these things, they're so annoying. And you'll see also we have a slime's head, because when my inventory was full, I came to drop everything off, and I'm doing that just next to my slime chunks. And every time I come in here now, there's usually 1 or 2, so it's definitely getting better. Need to do a lot more lighting up of the caves, but you know what? It's a good start, and we've got a little bit. So, now we've got that done, we should probably have a look at some of the things that I skipped over during that intro. So, what should we do first? Let's have a look in the shop and see what we've got in there. Okay, so we're now over in the shop, and let's have a look at what's been going on in here, because I know a few people have been over, and we should have made a few sales, so let's have a look. Right. I have absolutely no idea as well what is going to be the most popular in here. I was guessing it'd be the food, but you never know. We'll see what we've got. Alright, that's a good start. 4 diamonds from the bone blocks. 2 from the moss blocks, nice. String. 1 from string, I can take that. No leather, that's surprising. Steak, 2, that's alright, I'll take that. Ender chest. I doubt many of these are sold, because I'm thinking it might be a little bit expensive, but let's have a look. Alright. That's alright. 3 ender chests sold. Pretty happy with that. And slime. I thought this would be quite popular as well. And we have 4 in there, so I'll take that. And as I said, I've been killing a few, so I can restock this a little bit. That's pretty good. And what else we got? Oakwood. Pretty easy to get, but you know, if you need it in bulk, it's handy to have. So there we go. And oh my god. I was definitely not expecting that. I did not think ice would sell. Never mind this much of it. Right. Gonna have to get some more ice from there, right? So in no time at all, I spent an hour mining and I got 30 diamonds, and now I've just got 35 just from... Right, okay, this is good. I'm going to get this restocked. That's good, like it. Okay, let's head up to the enchanting balloon and we'll have a look at the books that Amradon gave us for those blaze rods. Okay, so let's have a look at this. And he was very, very generous for those blaze rods, and this is what we got. So, piercing 4, that could come in handy if we get ourselves a crossbow. Feather falling 4, which is absolutely brilliant. It's really hard to get that at first. I do actually have it on my boot, so I don't need it at the moment. But just in case something bad happens, it's nice to know I've got that one there. Respiration 3, again, same thing. I do already have it, but good to know I've got a spare. And Fortune 3, yeah, this is good as well. But there's nothing else. I don't think I want Fortune 3 on anything else at the moment. Definitely not on a shovel. Fortune 3 on a shovel, very, very bad. Don't want that. But I'm sure we'll need another pick at some point, so we'll keep that handy. And then we've got couple of other things. Infinity, again, already got that, but it's definitely going to be useful. And the 2 things I want to use right now are these mending books, because some of my gear is getting a bit worn at the moment. So we have this chest plate. It's not great because it hasn't even got protection on it, so I would like to get protection on that at some point. I may actually try doing another enchant to combine with it, but you know what? We're going to be fighting the dragon soon, so the chest plate will be a thing of the past eventually, so I'm actually doubting now whether I should put mending on it. No, I will, because you never know. It might come in handy. So let's do that. We'll do it on the chest plate, and we'll do it on my shovel as well, because this is getting a bit ropey now. So let's do the shovel first. Mending on there, and then the chest plate. Put that one on there. Blink. So I'll go to my cave spider spawner and get those recharged in a moment. But the next thing I want to have a look at is what I've been doing down in the bee farm that I set up at the beginning as well. Okay, so I don't know how clear that was from the time lapse, but just in between my water drop and bubble elevator, we'll have this door here, and that is keep the bees in, nice and safe. And as you can see, there's a lot of them. I've been busy down here. I've been harvesting these bees' nests and putting them in the side here. And the reason for that is I've set up a little bit of redstone so we can actually harvest these without all these bees attacking us. So this lever here retracts these blocks, and we have campfires down here. And that means that I can just manually go along, harvest all these, and then won't get mad. So I'll just do this, and I get 27 each time because you get 3 from each one, and I have 9 of them here. So I'll just do that, turn that back on. That pushes the blocks back, and then they can go about the business. So, yeah, this is going well. And I think this is actually how I'm going to have it. Because I normally do the thing where you have the automated one behind glass, and the bees just have like a one wide area. And you know what? It's a bit cruel, isn't it? We don't need to do that. Because the thing is, we can actually leave the room like this. We can decorate it a bit better and have it a bit nicer for them. But what I can actually do is have that automated system that I normally use just on these like this. So they can come out of here, go along, do whatever they're doing, and then when they come back here, fill it up, we can have the dispensers look at these bee nests, and then they can do the thing and put everything out into the chest so we don't have to come along and do it manually. So I think it's actually a really easy job, so I'm actually going to get on with it now. I'll go grab some redstone and let's get on with it. Okay, so I've been and collected a few redstone bits, and hopefully we should have everything we need to do this now. So where do we start? I don't actually want to get rid of this yet because, as you can see, these are just filling up so quickly, so I do need to keep them there just for now. So we'll do all the bits around the back first after manually harvesting all of this. Right, so I'm not actually going to be able to pick up these campfires because I think you can undo that with a silk touch axe. I don't have silk touch on my axe, but I do have it on my pickaxe, but I don't think it works if you do it with a pickaxe. So anyway, let's just get on the back of here, and I don't know if the way I've got these pistons wired up, if this is going to work. So what's this? Where's the things? I don't know if I want to move them back one as well. Yeah, I may actually move all of this. I'm sorry, you're all going to be homeless for a few minutes. The only reason I'm thinking of doing that is because there's going to be hoppers underneath this. I think that's going to look a bit rubbish, isn't it? Unless I use trapdoors, but then that won't really fit with the andesite. Let's get rid of all these. And then that's not my silk touch. That was a good spot. Let's get my silk touch pick, otherwise that could have ended very badly. You go away for a minute. Grab that. Now, I do have a ton of bees around here. I think I have way more than I actually have hives for, so I may need to expand this at some point. So I'll get rid of these, and what I think I want to do is actually put the hives right back here like that. So let's put those in there straight away. Right, so that's all those in. So if I take these out, and I can put the hoppers below there, I can get rid of these pistons. I'm not going to do anything. And then we'll have... should we chest that? No, let's do it one along. Make it look pretty. So we'll just put these along here like this. Nice and simple. And then get rid of all this as well. Don't know why I did this. It's probably more work actually doing these pistons than it was to do this automated way. It's so easy. And then we're going to have dispensers facing down on top of there like that. And they are still going into there, aren't they? So it's definitely working right. Dispensers are going to go in there, and then we're going to have shears in there. So I'm going to need to fill all these up. So I'm going to use a little bit of iron doing this, but it's alright. And then back up here, all we need to do is run a comparator off the back of these hives. Now, are these nests or hives? I always get this wrong. Nests, are they? Right, so off the back of these nests, we're going to have a comparator reading the signal, and then all we need to do is power a block next to these dispensers once the signal strength is level 5. So it really is that simple. All I need to have is 5 pieces of redstone coming out of the comparator and finding its way back to a block up there. So I'll get that wired up now, and then we can have a look at the finished result. Okay, so we've got all that done now, and I did explain it slightly wrong. The comparators are actually looking at a block that is behind the hive, so that's all we need to do. Just move it along one block, and then that gives us the exact signal strength we need. So as you can see, we have 5 pieces of redstone that go up there. So once this beehive is full, this dispenser will activate, and we'll get the honeycomb, and then the hoppers below, pick them up and send them across into this chest. It really is that simple. As you can see, we've already got a little bit in there. So this, I'm going to leave running for a bit while I get on with the rest of the stuff I want to get done today. And then this is definitely going to be going in the shop. With copper being so popular, I think the honeycomb is definitely going to be needed, so we can do a bit of waxing. So I'll leave that running, get plenty of that in there, and then we can add it to the shop. Okay, so it's now the next day, and what I did was went AFK overnight, just so we could have this running. As you can see, we have a crazy amount of bees around here, and they've all been doing the thing. And in here, we've got a lot of honeycomb. But this isn't it, because I've already stocked the shop. So we now have honeycomb in here, and I've already told you the ramblers about this, so hopefully we might have made some sales. No, not yet. No one's interested in honeycomb yet. But anyway, we've got plenty for ourselves as well, so we are going to be using a lot of copper with all the craziness we've got going on around here. Speaking of that, some craziness is about to happen. But I do have another little job that I need to get done first. And that is to place my copper blocks down, because I do have an idea as part of this tower to use the oxidized version of these copper blocks, but I haven't put any of them down there. Just placing them all down here, 4 blocks apart so they'll oxidize quicker. And yeah, I know this isn't the ideal place to do it, but it looks pretty cool anyway against the snow. Okay, so I put about 2 stacks down there, and yeah, this definitely would have been easier if they did this on flat ground, but you know what, it looks pretty cool anyway, doesn't it? So, first job. While I'm waiting for this to oxidize, I do have these cauldrons here, and as I was AFK overnight, these have actually filled up with the powdered snow now, so I can actually grab a little bit of this. There we go, powdered snow. So I'll put a chest down here and leave some buckets in it. We should be able to get a decent stock of this. See, when you place them this far apart, they oxidize so quickly. We've got a lot of them already at this first stage, a few of them at the second stage like that. I don't think we've got any that are all the way there yet. So while we're waiting for this to finish, let's just have a look at a couple of little jobs I need to get done as part of this build. Okay, so we're going to have a tower on top of here, and it is quite an elaborate, ridiculous thing, because you know me. But the obvious first question is, how are we going to get up to it? The first thing I was thinking was having a staircase here, and then having it go up somehow, and then back around this way. But as we do have this opening here, what I think I want to do is have the same kind of platform that we have there, going all the way around to this edge. So I will probably just chop along here and take that straight round. So that leaves that out, so I can't do it going this way. So we'll just go around like this, something like that. We'll tie that up, make it look all nice. So I think the only way I can do it really is up from here, and I think that would work quite well because we have this here anyway, and there's nothing going to be going there. So if we just have a staircase going up, turning left at the top, we'll be in the tower. Aside from that, I really want to tidy up this bit here because it looks cool on the inside, and I like this platform here, but I don't like how this sits against, like, flush against the cliff face like this. So 2 things we could do. We could either bring the stone out, so this is like inset, or we can push it back so this sticks out from the stone. And I think the latter way is the one I want to do, because this is a bit narrow here. So I do want to dig this back and then have this dug back even further. But the problem there is that I've put these right here and they go right up against this. So I think if I do it that way, I'm actually going to have to move this bubble elevator and water drop. So that's not going to be fun. I'm going to have to redo these again. But I think it'll be worth it. I definitely want this looking right when we get this built. Okay, so let's get a little bit of work done. So all I'm doing here is just digging around the side of this mountain like I just said, and we're putting in the exact same platform and the same frame around the door, which is just the basic version for now. I am going to fancy this bit up eventually. Dug back a lot of the stone, and then I brought this platform out 5 wide, which to be honest looks way better than the other side now, doesn't it? So I had to fix that on this side. I just chopped this mountain back a little bit more, took out one of the frames around the door, so we just have the one there now, and then expanded this platform to 5 wide, and that looks much better. Okay, so that is looking a lot better. Still got a lot more work to do out here and tidy this up a little bit, but after all that time lapse, I did a little bit more work inside here as well. So I finished off this side tunnel, just the same as this design here, and then I also moved the bubble elevators. So they were here, I think, I can't remember now, and I just put them into these main walls here. So I've got the bubble elevator coming up this side, and then the drop coming down on this side. Now if we just have a quick step down here, this isn't a convenient place because directly behind here is where the bee farm is. So if we just have a quick look, these things here, I had to put these blocks here to stop the walls coming through. So it's not an ideal location, but remember this area, once I get everything done out here, that's not going to be there anymore. So there's going to be like a sloped land coming up here. All of this is going to be like built up to about this level here, and then we're going to have an entrance in there that we'll walk into, and that's where the bubble elevator will start. So I'm not too worried about that being a bit unsightly in there. We will get that done at some point. And while I was doing this one as well, a creeper exploded in here, which was great fun. Luckily I didn't die, but it took out most of the wood around here, so that was a bit annoying. Okay, so I think we're in a position now to start actually building this tower. And what I've done here is I've marked out the footprint of it. So this is the size. And as you can see, it's not huge width-wise, but it is going to go up really, really high. So I have changed my mind as well. This ugly tower here, this is me marking out the size of this crazy design that I've been trying to force into the design of this tower. And I've come to the conclusion it's not going to work. I think it's just too big, and it is a really cool design. I'm really excited by it, and I am going to work it into another part of the base, probably in the factory, because I think that's the bit where it makes the most sense. Because it's like a kind of fan that's like got loads of the copper behind it. So again, this was a waste of time. Didn't need to do this. Actually, no, that's a lie. I will use it at some point once I do that design, but it's not going to be in this tower. I really did try though. I've been thinking really hard about how I can get this incorporated into this tower. I even thought about removing this platform and having this like go down as a staircase, and then this could like drop further down. But I was just forcing it, and there's sometimes you just have to let good ideas go and use them somewhere else. This tower on its own is going to be pretty cool. It doesn't need this thing on it really, so we'll let that one go and use it another day. Okay, that's enough talking. I think we need to get on with it, don't we? So let's jump into a time lapse and get some building done. Okay, so there it is. We've got a lot of work done there. And you know what? It's so hard to see this thing because it's so ridiculously big. I have to step back really far. But before we do that, let's have a quick look at some of the other things done around here. So I've tidied this entrance up a bit, made it a little bit fancier, got a little bit of calcite in there, some walls on the edges. And I think that looks a lot better than just the blocks we had there before. And I've done the exact same design down here, but this just goes back a little bit further. And then on this side, I haven't done this one yet because I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do here. I did have the idea of actually taking this room further on. So I'm really excited about building on top of mountains at the moment, which I didn't really plan on doing initially. It was really going to be like an exit to like the factory up here where the airships have come out. But I think now I've seen this tower and the view from up there looking down here is amazing. So I really want to build something around here rather than going too far out into the grass part. So yeah, I'm definitely going to do some stuff up here. So just have a quick look inside here. Actually, we've bypassed the staircase, haven't we? So down here, just as I said, rather than having that wall there, we have this staircase going up there now. And this just goes up here and straight into this tower. And there's not a lot going on interior-wise at the moment. This part down here, not too bad. But then if we go up here, yeah, there's nothing there. But there is, as you can see, a lot of room for quite a few layers in here. So if I come up with a few ideas, I can probably put them in here. Like, it'd probably be a good place to put my potions and stuff that I don't use that often. Could put in here. So I think that'd be quite good. And then also we do have a little bit of storage as well, but all I've got in here at the minute is the stuff I've been using to build the tower. So, and I think this is pretty much all the deep slate I've got left as well. So definitely need to do a little bit more mining for that. So I've just head up to the top. We'll have a look at the view. Okay, so we've just got this tiny little room at the top, and this goes out to the balcony. The big plan for this is to have more airships tethered up here. Right, I don't even know which side I'm on. It's this one, isn't it? We just have jump up here. Yeah, so these are the airships I've got at the moment, and as you can see, those are a little bit lower. But then the plan for up here is to have like ramps, like we've got down there, going on to these ones. Is have them coming off here, and that's why I've used the same design as what we've got down there. So we've got these acacia trapdoors and acacia fences. Can we see it? Yeah, just there. Just trying to tie those two areas together a bit, and because they have the same purpose, I think that makes sense. So we'll have some like massive airships up here, and I think what I want to do with these ones is have like my villager breeder and my villager trading hall in like a massive airship with a huge balloon above it. So that's going to be very cool, but we're definitely not there yet. And then just to go with like the steampunk vibe that I've got going on, I've got a few like windmills on the outside. I've got one on that side, and then one a bit lower down on this side, and then there's a few like little gears and stuff just to add a little bit more detail. So let's jump down. No, let's not jump. Let's go down the ladder, and we'll try and find a place to get a good look at this. Okay, so from the front of the airship, can't really see much, but we can actually see these gears that we've got on the side. And I think just adding little details like this really adds to like the steampunk vibe that we want around here. And then we've got these windmills as well, and I just think this looks really cool. So from here, can't see much. Let's have a look from the shop. Well, this isn't ideal. We can see it, definitely a better angle, but a slightly obstructed view. Let's zoom in. Yeah, that's better, isn't it? Yeah, this is looking cool. Right, anyway, while we're in the shop, let's see if we made any more sales. No. Oh, yeah, bit more in there. Oh, finally sold a honeycomb. All that work was worth it. Nice. Oh my god, the slime's doing well as well. And definitely need to get this finished and restocked. How about ender chests? Wow, I've got an apple. I've got an IOU. Brilliant. It's a bit cheeky kit, but it's alright. I'll make you pay for that, don't worry. And then steak. Alright, bit more from the steak. Nice. Oh, finally sold some leather. Excellent. String. Bit more string. No more moss. No more bones. But that's alright. Another 22 diamonds, just like that. Very nice. Right. We need to get a view of this. And I think I know just the place to see it from. Okay, so we are back where we started on Barnary's porch. So let's have a look. Yes, there we go. It's almost like it was designed to be viewed from here, isn't it? That looks awesome. Very pleased how this one's gone. I did have the idea as well of putting a chimney on the side of this, just to really go for the steampunk kind of thing. But you know what? I don't think it needs it. I may do it in the future if I feel like it. But you know what? I think this is looking pretty awesome. But unfortunately, we've reached our time again, and I'm going to have to leave it there. So if you have enjoyed this episode, please do leave a like, and I'll see you again next time. Thanks so much, everyone. Bye-bye.